Bows on a single color organic balloon garland make a gorgeous combination. Here's how I made today's design. Everything is built on top of this 6-foot tall metal arch, and I've put a white slipcover over it to give us a beautiful base. The focal point of this design is a 30-inch black bow that I made from a sheet of 30x40 foam board and cut out following this template that I created and have available linked in the description box below. I then painted it in matte black to match my velvet ribbon, making sure I'm overlapping the wet edges of the paint so I get a nice consistent sheen across the entire bow. Once the paint is dry, I'm going to attach this to the arch, off-centering it a little bit to the left so it will balance with the balloon garland. Now I'm going to take a couple giant binder clips and place 3 of those along the edge of the arch and tape the back of the bow to the handles of each of those binder clips to hold the bow to the arch. Be sure to place the binder clips somewhere where they'll be hidden behind the bow, and if you have any tape that overlaps the edges of the bow, be sure to come back with a pair of scissors to trim that away so you can't see any of this from the front of the design. For the balloon garland that I'm attaching to the other side of the arch, I wanted to start at a tiny peak and slowly grow into larger balloons at the base of the design. So I'm going to inflate 2 5-inch balloons with 1 pump of air each, or to about 3 inches in diameter, tie those into a pair by wrapping the nozzle around twice and tying those in a knot, make a second pair in the exact same way, then I'm going to overlap them so that the nozzles touch in the center and twist 1 balloon from each of those pairs around each other, locking it into a quad. Then I'm going to take an empty 260 balloon in a coordinating color and remove all of the air from that 260 and tie the end in a knot. Join that 260 to the quad that we just made by tying the end of the 260 to one of the nozzles from that quad in a double knot. This is the start of our balloon garland, and I'm going to continue to create and tie together quads of balloons that progressively get larger. This first quad is the end of the garland that will be pointing up. So right now I'm going to flip it down and tie on another quad so it's nestled right against that first one, pull the 260 up through the center of this quad, and wrap it in a figure 8 pattern around 2 of the balloons of this quad. This will join the 2 quads together and will be how we'll attach every quad going forward. Now these first couple quads are all really tiny. They're 1 pump or 1.5 pumps each, but as I continue to add these quads, they're slowly going to get bigger. The exact size doesn't quite matter. We just want to have a nice organic mix of sizes that progressively gets larger as we go. The first 8 quads that I added are all 5-inch balloons, but this 9th quad is our first set of 11-inch balloons that are only inflated to about 5 inches in diameter. You could continue to tie on 11-inch quads that progressively get bigger until this garland is about 8 feet in length. But for this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and tie off my garland here to one of the nozzles of that last quad, and then I'll join on the remaining quads once this part of the garland is attached to the arch backdrop. I want this smaller section of the garland to follow the curve of the arch, come along the side of the backdrop, and then flare out at the bottom. I'll be attaching the balloons to the arch using more of those giant binder clips, but you could also use clamps, safety pins, or high-powered magnets. To that binder clip, I'm going to slip a rubber band through the handle and then thread one end of that rubber band back through itself to create a loop. I'm going to hold the balloon garland in place and then stretch the rubber band around a balloon that's right in front of it. I secured the bottom of the garland in the exact same way before taking that remaining 260 tail and continuing to add 11-inch balloon quads. The one benefit you get by adding your balloon quads while the garland is attached to the backdrop stand is the exact placement of the balloons. So say you have a quad that has one big balloon and some smaller balloons, you can pick exactly where you want that big balloon to be as you add it to the garland. If you're looking for a quicker setup time though, I think it's better to pre-make your garland, as you can just quickly add it to the backdrop and then rearrange the balloons to sit where you want them. It's just a matter of timing, setting, and your personal preference. Once the main garland has been tied together, now it's time to fill in any holes, widen out the bottom, and add in the larger balloons. Here I've tied in a 24-inch balloon to the bottom right-hand corner, and this is going to be the anchor point for the base of the garland. I'm going to go ahead and add in more quads on the right-hand side of this 24-inch balloon so it's really nestled in there and gives us some wonderful visual weight. I'm tying in all these extra quads using 260 balloons, but you could always tie nozzles together between quads or use rubber bands, which is how I'm adding in all of these tiny clusters to fill in holes. When flaring balloons out away from the backdrop, sometimes they'll start to lift off the ground. To create an anchor point on the floor, I'm going to take some white gaff tape and secure an empty 260 balloon to the floor a foot or 2 in front of the backdrop. Then I'm going to tie that 260 in a knot over the tape, and I can use the 260 tails to tie more quads to the floor and then join it back up to the garland. Now we are going to be pulling tension on this, so I'm going to use the H method and reinforce the piece of tape that's already on the floor by taking 2 more pieces and securing them over top of the first so that they look like an H. Once I'm satisfied with the general shape of the garland, I'm then going to go back and fill in any holes with more of those 5-inch quads. But if you happen to have gaps between the tiny balloons at the top of the garland, you can actually take the nozzles between quads, pull them and wrap them around a balloon of the quad next to it, and that will snug them together. To round out the theme, I'm going to create some black velvet bows using this wire-edged velvet ribbon. Now this has a fuzzy side that has the velvet on it and a plain side, and we want to make sure the plain side is always on the inside of the loops or towards the back of the design. About 8 inches in from the end of the roll, I'm going to create a loop that's about 3 inches long. Pinch that loop between your thumb and forefinger on your left hand, and then take the tail end of the ribbon and wrap it around the loop, making sure the fuzzy velvet side is facing outwards. After the loop, the ribbon will have the smooth side facing front, so we need to twist the ribbon once so that the velvet side is facing the front again. Hold that twist in place between your left thumb and forefinger. Fold the ribbon over to create another loop and insert it through that center loop. Now we need to tighten the center loop to create the knot of our bow. To tighten the knot, you want to pull on the back side of each of those loops and hold on to the tail ends of the ribbon between your pinky and ring finger. Only pull the knot tight enough so that it holds the ribbon in place. Then you can adjust the size of the loops by pulling on the front sides of the ribbon to make sure that they're even with each other. Smooth out the front side of the loops near the knot so only the velvet side of the ribbon is visible. Align the 2 tails of the ribbon so they're on top of each other and trim the tails so they're of equal length. You can either cut the ribbon off so that the ends are square, or you can angle them depending on the look you're going for. To attach the bows to the garland, I'm going to use a glue dash on the back of each of my bows. Simply place it in the center of the bow, remove the paper backing, and stick it to the balloon of choice. Hold it there for a few seconds so it gets some good adhesion, and then because we used wire-edged ribbon, we can fluff out the loops of the bow and adjust how the tails drape down the balloons, and they'll stay where we put them. And now our balloon design is ready for birthdays, showers, or anniversary parties. If you enjoyed this project, you should check out this one. And until the next time, remember, stay creative, everybody.